So let me tell you, I'm a gladiator. I survived hurricanes, the winter storm, tornadoes. Welcome everybody, I'm RJ of The Nerdy Brew, and here on this channel we talk TV, movies, and everything in between, all while drinking a cup of coffee. Now if you like one of those things, or all of those things, why don't you consider like, subscribing, and hit that notification bell, and becoming a fellow Brewster. So today, fellow Brewsters, this is going to be reaction to Gladiator 2. I love Gladiator, so let's just get into it, and then we'll talk about everything after. Thank you for stopping by, having this cup of coffee with me, and I appreciate you, and I'm glad you're here, and I hope you're doing well, and I hate that YouTube does the preview stuff before clicking on it, but let's get into the trailer right now. Alright.
I remember that day. I never forgot it.
Wait!
A slave could take revenge against an emperor.
Where were you born?
I don't know. I never knew a mother nor a father.
Wait!
You will be my instrument.
Who are you?
Did you hear that crowd?
Is he the son?
The greatest temple Rome ever built. The Colosseum.
See him?
Because this is what they believe.
Historical accurate Coliseum! Oh my goodness.
There are victories yet still to come.
Rome has so many subjects. She must feed them.
They can eat war.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
The arena turns slaves into gladiators, the gladiators into free men.
You have something. I knew it from the start.
Did you now?
Rage. And rage is your gift.
I'm gonna say this, the audio needs a little mixing. So I hope it gets better time it gets better.
Come on! Hold together, and when it charges, break for the wall.
He did the LeBron! He did the
What I
LeBron!
give you that would satisfy this fury?
The entire Roman armies.
Too much.
The general will do.
Rome must fall. I need to only give it a push.
Dance on the mausoleum floor. Blood stains the Colosseum doors.
This ring belonged to Maximus. Now I give it to you.
My name is Maximus Aurelius.
People are not free.
I was owned. Now I will control an empire.
I will not waste another generation of young men for their vanity.
Strength another! This outroad treason heroes!
Dance on the mausoleum floor. Blood stains the Colosseum doors.
The gods are
Yo, is that Joseph Quinn? It's been 20 years. I've been waiting for this, and now, please, we got the election, we got hurricane season. Please allow me to make it to November, because this looks amazing all the way through. Let me tell you, I love the first Gladiator, unequivocally. It is part of my pantheon of favorite films of all time, is to watch Gladiator. That performance, the direction style, it was like Ridley Scott top tier and God tier level. And I just feel like, you know, he has recent duds in the last like 10-15 years. Ridley Scott hasn't hit on the masses as he wanted to. I have not seen The Last, or I think it was called The Last King, I'm not sure, but the movie with Adam Driver and the movie with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, I haven't seen that movie. And there was also The Counselor. Nobody really liked that movie. I didn't like that movie, and I wanted to love that movie. But he has these slates, and it just seems like this movie is return to form for him, because I've always loved everything that him and his brother has always put out. Scott Free Productions is, you know, one of the marquee production companies, you know, out there. And this film with this powerhouse cast, and y'all not gonna play Pedro Pascal like he's been grinding for the last 20 years. And then having him, you know, have his debut as Oberyn Martell, and then, you know, killing it as Mando. Season 3 was a dud, we ain't gonna lie, but him, what he brings to the voicing of, you know, playing Mando or Din Djarin, you know, he's bodying it there, and it's just good to see him get his shine for his talents and his consistent work. Joseph Quinn, I talked about him in my review for A Quiet Place Day 1, and, you know, I'm loving him from his performance as Eddie in Stranger Things. So for him to keep having these announcements and keep coming into these big major projects, that is good on him, because I've already said it before that I feel like he's a massive talent, and you could never go wrong with casting talent. And Denzel, he's one of the GOATs. He's one of the GOATs. And to see him team up with Ridley Scott again, you know, they had Man on Fire. They had what was it? Was Out of Time? I'm not sure if Out of Time was one of them. But I know Man on Fire and American Gangster, they work together. It's just great synergy. It's great synchronicity for both of them to just be in tune with giving a direction and knowing how it works. And Denzel is a GOAT, and he's very passionate about his craft. And I just love, and Connie Nielsen, I think that she's a beautiful woman, and it's always nice to see her, and I'm glad that she's returning to the franchise. I'm loving what they bringing out for the storyline. Him being somehow knowing Maximus, and I'm glad that they're keeping it within this time period of the Roman army, because the rumor was for Gladiator 2 many years ago, while it was in development, pre-production, I'm gonna say that. When it was in pre-production, the idea was for Maximus' soul to travel through different time periods, through different generals, and then end up in the Pentagon. And that would have just took it, because, you know, he ends up in the afterlife at the end of the movie, at the end of the first one. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, go watch that movie. And, you know, taking that spin like he was gonna meet the other gods and all of that, that's just a different movie. That's not what Gladiator is. So for them to keep it grounded, to keep it within the universe. Oh, and as I said, seeing that historically accurate rendition of the Coliseum, I can't wait to see that in the theaters. That you know, that's just a spectacle. Then, you know, we got the pictures and the artwork that they used to have those battles, and they used to have lions, and they used to, you know, have water from the Roman sewers and whatnot, and getting water from the Mediterranean and get it to come into the Coliseum. Like, that's dope fire, and that's a great recreation out of history that we don't have. We only got it as hearsay. So that's super dope that they're incorporating it, you know, within this movie. So those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts, Easter eggs, whatever you want. You know, let me know down in the comments below, because this is our time for us to visit with one another. Those are my thoughts about the trailer. And thank you for being here. Make sure that you subscribe and like. That's a small voluntary thing. It's very big for the channel. It helps support the channel in a big way, and I appreciate that. If you're able to do that, so we can continue to visit with one another with like energy. And, you know, if we bring more people to the channel, we can start doing these giveaways once again, and, you know, start getting things circulating. So I should do it on my own effort, sure, but I think I want to be part of a good transactional, synergistic relationship with who's ever on the other side. So I just want to say that I appreciate you for, you know, being here. But let's do that. Let's do that. So make sure that you subscribe. It goes a long way. But with all that being said, I'm gonna bring this video to an end, and I want you to be you, do you, see the bigger picture. Have a fantastic day. You deserve it. This is that channel. Peace.
Cut mouth on top, kung fu.
Bruce Lee chop, moon rocks, go Red Sox. Tryna go far like Boondocks. Headshot, blunt stay high. Talking shit, gotta pull up on they block. You fraud, I'm Couchgod. Know you got a tax like a state charge. Safe house, safe house, safe house.